Whoa now, Dad, what's up, world? It's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, back with another card video. And a lot of times, not saying I don't have my own free-flowing thoughts, but I be having so many of them, it'd be hard to just nail one down in a video, because then I end up like going off on these tangents of seemingly unconnected information, but it all ties into just existence in Babylon. So I was listening to the Grown Man Business channel, shout out to him. You know, he has a series called about step dummies. And I was just thinking over my own life and when I was the step dummy. And a lot of times now I understand why the Bible. Oh yeah, y'all, and I got I'm gonna let y'all know I got some practical things in place to stop smoking. So you is or should be smoking, but I am working on it though. Trust and believe. Why the Bible says to obtain wisdom above all things, or a wise man or a righteous man is more precious than gold, because it's actually the wisdom that will help you navigate the terrain of this battlefield we call society in Babylon. Now, granted, depending on where you live at, you may not have to duck bullets, but there are so many traps and snares set up. Like in Proverbs, talk about the foolish man being, just unwise or not listening to his father, and not being able to see things for what they really are, just taking on face value, but there are deeper level things operating behind that which you see, and that goes on in damn near everything. Trust and believe. But I was thinking about like, okay, so, and then here's the like, with the advent of the manosphere on social media, so on and so forth. Um, brothers are able to share information now. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point, I perceived all of this. But wasn't nobody else around me talking. Homeboys, pastor, various, mentor and recovery, sobriety. Wasn't nobody talking like this, yo. But I'm like, yo, am I crazy? But I know I'm seeing it the way I see it, and I know in response to how I'm seeing it, this is probably how I should move. And then I would get like, damn, yo, it's come to this. Like I'm not moving like this because I really want to. I'm moving like this out of necessity, so I don't like keep getting my ass handed to me and feeling stupid. And, like when somebody dunk on you, you know how they flex on you. That's how I be with these females. Be going for these dudes who they know or can perceive or even smell. He's not knowledgeable of my game. Like females like me, for like they feel safe as they should, and what I mean, I got my own particular feng shui or whatever the case may be. But then they don't like me because they know I'm not stupid in them at. I'm well versed in their game and their tactics. They just don't realize, and I'll make certain statements about just whatever in society, but they don't realize it till they try to run it on me, not understanding. I peeped the mood the whole time. I just ain't say nothing to you. And I just took a mental note of it and, governed myself accordingly. But like when I was growing up, right, my aunt used to make me read more so like, more like books along the lines of like slavery, civil rights, those eras, right? And so even though I like didn't have all the information, like I inherently understood the need for like family and whatever, community, so on and so forth. So when I was younger, I would like to be, you start envisioning how you want to see your life or how it turns out. And I actually wanted a darker skinned wife because I wanted my kids to be dark skinned. Because I wanted to be like, real and down for the set. You know what I'm saying? I used to like I would look for like injustice and take up the cause, not knowing what I was doing. That's why I used to go in court and represent myself all the time. Cause I thought mind you, I did it, but I thought, oh, the white man oppressing me, he need to feel me. But I ain't never go to prison or nothing. I think they got, first of all, God's grace in the fact that I think they thought I was so maybe crazy to a degree that they figure, oh, we'll just put him on the chain of probation. And then eventually he'll do something super duper and then we'll throw him. But it never happened. Or if it did happen, I just got off probation like 2 weeks prior, or, I just kept falling through the cracks, right? Here's a side note. I heard somebody else say you can't beat the system. I think it was Charleston White. And I don't think the system is made to be beat. And I'll tie it into relation to what I'm saying. I don't think the system is made to be beat. You're made to it's designed for you to escape it, not beat it. How you gonna, like, if I don't like the rules of the game, I just don't play. Even in relation to just dating, it's not conducive. When I objectively view myself, my desires, beliefs, you know, what I, ultimately what kind of woman or situation I find myself in to bring about the best possible outcome, I don't see it here. Not saying it can, I just don't see it. So I just don't play the game. I'm not really with the casual, like just playing the game, like, oh, we hang out a few times, then she ghosts you, or you gotta ghost her, or it starts off well always, but then you discover like she's a vile creature, or there were, like, I'm saying, a whole bunch of stuff going on in the background you knew nothing about that could have been potentially dangerous to you, so on and so forth. But now, growing up when I was younger, I was actually in the, I guess, manosphere, red pill belief system, unaware. Like I played ball or whatever. I was decent. I had my own style of dress, whatever. I was just me. You know what I'm saying? So I understood, like, and it never made sense to like pander or ask a girl like I really didn't care. Like, honestly. But I think this is how I got moved off of it, because I was the only one I used to see moving like that. Like, I had a homeboy, we were like in middle school, early high school, and he had bought his girl some shoes, and I never forget this, and I looked down like, yo, why? Why'd you do that? Like, I was totally lost, and I wasn't trying to be like facetious or nothing. Like, I was trying to understand why he bought his girl some shoes. He's like, cuz, she my girl, yeah, I know, but like, you still could have like did whatever you trying to do and not did that though. Again, I'm crazy, right? So as I start, dabbling and drinking and alcohol and smoking weed, looking back on it, it made me more prone to the power of persuasion or the influence of others around me, as much as I hate to admit it. So typically, if you find yourself in a Negro neighborhood, and this is the norm here, so you don't really, well, at that time, I wasn't really thinking outside the norm as far as dating. One, I'm not really a judgmental guy. Two, I guess I am kind of attracted to broken people, or they're attracted to me for whatever healing aspect. 2, 3, when I join whatever I join, job, I'm not looking to, it should be a benefit to it, but I'm not looking just surely for the benefit. I'm also looking to, you know what I'm saying, like, add to their lives or organization. Like, this is not a max benefit, minimal effort over here. Like, I put forth, not said I'm perfect or have been in a bad relationship, but I would like to say my heart was in the right place, even though I may not have had all the functional information or been able to operate in the information that I did have. So the first one, she didn't have kids, but she was terrible. And I think that was my first time it was the first time me get my ass handed to me by a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you try to talk to her, she just agreed with you, but then, you know what I'm saying, like, what she's saying, what she do different. And actually, to a point, to be told, she had me question my own manhood. Like Biggie said, come to find out she was fucking everybody. Previous to this, I thought I was the man. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just a whole bunch of wild, And then what was crazy was, like, say we're not together, like, she would treat me like a king. Then in my thinking, like, damn, she treat me right, let me just go ahead and get with her. And then all that shit would stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't, I guess we all got to go through it at some point, but I wasn't as knowledgeable of the game. And like other brothers have taught me, like, these females, especially in these female-led households, which are most in the black community, they're raised on game. Like, I got to deal with that with my 13-year-old daughter, the influence of her mother. So they're more advanced as far as dealing with the opposite sex than, boys to men are. And then a lot of times, we get this outdated information from Uncle Homeboy. We live in this trick culture. And then, I don't know, I keep saying this shit online about soft guy era. Where are they coming? Like, I'm thoroughly convinced, like, some orchestrator at the top is pulling the strings and just getting people to talk about it, and then it becomes a thing. So it took me a couple of years to kind of come up out of that with her or whatever. And of course, I bypassed her because I'm 40 now. She might be like working on 45 and no skills, no kids, the Pookie Ray Ray action. But I don't like hold it against her. And I've had times and that's how I know I've overcome, because I be drunk around these people and had no desire to sleep with them. But when it comes to like the whole stepdad, like not my last two, but every other girl I dealt with for any significant period of time had kids. So based on what I read, during my formative year, and then like me not having my dad, not because he was, the stereotype thing, he just worked all the time, and he would call himself being a player. Now, like my man, Minister Jaffe, he's the old Democratic pandering Negro, and me and him just can't get along philosophically. You know what I'm saying? So, get with this young, and she actually has 7 kids. Okay, red flag. But all but one of them were by the same dude. One dude was dead, and the dude with the 6 kids was locked up for like 35 years. So we vibing, okay, cool, do. And I was 25 at the time. She was 35. So, the whole older woman thing. She's more established. Whatever. But I didn't understand what I was getting myself into. Because I'm looking at it just from a sheer, pure perspective of whatever. And as far as I know, and if she was good at, like, she never cheated. And I've been in jail a couple times. Come see a nigga, whoop. But I never came first. And then, let's say me and her have an argument or a disagreement. It's the household versus me. Nothing I did was appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And like GMB said, like you're purposely putting yourself last. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking like but then I'll be thinking too, like, man, don't somebody gotta do it? Like, how do these youngins come up with no male figure if we stay at a safe distance? But it's too dangerous, especially for those who pulled themselves up by their proverbial booster. It's just too dangerous. Now you can do it as a mentor without her connection or attachment to her, if you so choose or called or got it in your heart to do that. But being it never worked. And then when it's over, it's not like, now I've had like females, kids, they've grown up or whatever, and I'll run into somebody I know, and it's like, oh, the kids asked for you, so that kind of feel good, like I left some type of impression on them. And then typically what happens after they go deal whatever, even though I'm a little different, they might like, Cam, you wasn't even that bad. I'm like, I know, I try to tell you. But just looking at it from that perspective, and you know what I'm saying, like putting yourself last, and then, I got kids by who has other kids. I just got out of jail. Wasn't really on my campaign like that. And I just broke up. Well, I hadn't broke up, but we were doing a long distance thing. I was trying to get myself together. So I wanted to slow roll it. And she had some big yams, and it was easy. So now I'm real leery of easy box. Because the easy box give you hard. Anything easy is going to cause long-term pain. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Like, the whole stepdaddy thing, and the kid love me, you know what I'm saying? But when me beefing, the kid don't speak. And I get it. I don't hold against them. But it's just not like, and I was thinking how, other than recent modern culture, I don't think that thing ever existed unless, like, the original God was dead. I don't know of any other culture during any other time where a woman had multiple kids by multiple men. And they were, like, alive. Or, she wasn't a widow, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, like, it's so crazy here in Babylon. Like, we have to come up with new terms to describe shit that's never taken place before. And then, because it's been a social construct made by man, then we have to come up with more man-made solutions or things to alleviate the stuff that shouldn't even be in place. And first of all, and that was part of my problem too, even in, my alcoholism or whatever. I do know I'm very idealistic in the sense of, I see it for what it is. Like, I wasn't fooled. Me, myself, personally, I just tend to operate on how it should be. You see what I'm saying? And then it becomes vexing when, like, okay, like I'm going to take care of my child. Anyway, that's who I am. But you shouldn't, or the state is not going to force me to do something I was going to do anyway. I'm going to not do it just to say I ain't bow down to the state. But of course I had to come around and get my license back and do all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because then they kind of, if you try to, like in my experience, start trying to progress, you kind of get locked out of certain stuff until you pay the piper, or you know what I'm saying? So I bit the bullet on that. But there's no benefit to being a stepdad at all. And the only people I see now being stepdads are stupid. I mean, let's call it for what it is. There's a plethora of information out there. or not even stupid. Well, yeah, you stupid. Or you're still in this ideology of women worship, not realizing, let's be honest, these modern women are despicable. And I'm not saying out of hate like I hate women. I'm saying they're despicable because their behavior is despicable. Like I routinely talk about on here, my experiences working at a substance abuse treatment center. And I can't remember how long it's been since I've been gone, at least, 3 months or so now. And, I still stay in contact or whatever, whatever. And I just had a client who went back through there and just graduated again yesterday and told me, like it's totally different since I left. Because a man attempts to establish order, some type of, uh, you know, just make things flow a certain way. And he was like, man, there's no structure there. He was telling me, one of the counselors that counsels him on his addiction, and he ain't been out but a day, which is typically how I go. It's not like they see these guys 6 months, a year later, and be like, oh, I see your potential. Oh, and we start chat. They smashing these dudes the day they get out. Like, you're guaranteed to get some box, like from these people who have higher levels of education. So education don't mean nothing. They still, like, I thought the purpose of a woman like getting education or her own business was so she don't have to sell box, but they'll still do it on the side. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what their finances is. Now on paper you might be in debt or whatever, but they exhibit all the same traits as a streetwalker. They're just able to dress it up different because of education level, social status, title, whatever. But if you were to strip them of all that, they operate no different than the average streetwalker. Like, dating has now become gray area prostitution. And these women's minds are so reprobate now with the burden of sin. Like, the stigma is gone. Now, they'll say something if they get caught doing it. But when they actually do it, they actually feel good about it. And if you think about, like, this is who I choose to marry, or this is who I'm choosing to invest my time and resources in. So what's a man to do? And that's like, you can, there's a school of thought, you can deal with them casually, catch and release. But I'm more of a deeper level Negro, so I really don't want to deal with no woman sexually that I don't see any wifey type material or attributes in. And I got that. I got that from Dr. BOA. But I've been like moving like that. That's why I really don't be fooling with him, because I don't see nothing that make me want to fool with him. I just didn't articulate it to myself the way he did. But when he said it, I'm like, that's what I be doing. And then I'm really not that social. I really don't go out because I don't feel the need to. Like, I'm always working on something. So, and I don't really feel to go your own way. Maybe to a degree. But my plan is just to set myself up. I'm going to go to school here in a minute. I got a week left before I'm in the solar trade. And just structure my life to where I don't put myself in any position where I got to deal with some low grade level female just because I can't control myself sexually, or like, I'm not, like, we all get weak, let's be honest, but I'm not in a position to display weakness, because like they'll just exploit, like they just looking for chinks in the armor. That's like they're feasting on men's souls. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like dating, quote unquote. It's like navigating a war zone. And the main goal in war is to obtain the territory or to win the war, but you do that by staying alive. But in this, analogy, you win the war by not getting duped and bamboozled and get your time wasted and be believing people who have no track record behaviorally of being trustworthy. And that's just what it is. That's not hate. That's not what they say, sassiness. That's just it. Okay, so you saying that you not doing that, right? Or that doesn't happen. So if that doesn't happen, how is all the byproduct of that happening not happening? If you say it's not happening, what is this, just magic? Oh, women don't cheat like that. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But why everybody on, you know what I'm saying? Social media, or like, and here it is. And like back in the day, maybe you might have, had some game or whatever. These Jones are so loose. All you gotta do is just have a little rap game with you and make them laugh and talk your yang, and they gone. Like at the spot I was at, all the 90% of the ones that's doing it are in relationship with kids, and they're sleeping with clients the day they get out, and that match got 60 days clean. A lot of these guys, you know what I'm saying, might have whatever issues, they might got diseases. They passing out the skin so much. Like one of my co-workers, she had posted something about, what's that, the dude, the Yada Awakened guy, talking about women are the prize, right? And he said he makes a lot of eloquent articulation that doesn't apply in practicality. But I guess he might be another agent sent to lead men astray. You know what I'm saying? Or chime you in with enough of the truth to chime you in, but enough of some bullshit to get you caught up in Charlotte Web. So whereas though he was like, women are the pride, da da da. So when she posted, I said, well, okay, women are the pride, but is it a prize if 40 other niggas that had the pride before me? I thought only one person supposed to get the pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of prize am I getting? A participation trophy? I'm not big on that. And I'm not, so whatever, like I expect a woman to be a virgin and all that type of shit. It's just more behavior and mindset for me. Like, and I'm going to be able to, like, you can have a past, in my humble opinion, you can have a past. I just don't want to see the past in the present. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that judgmental. Nor I really don't be caring who you dealt with prior to me. It's now I've come to understand it's the reciprocal, or the residual rather, effect on your spirit and your mind that I don't want to deal with. Because more oftentimes than not, men are kind of, like such as myself, are forced to work on themselves. If you want to get any upward mobility in any area of life, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, whatever, I've been forced to do this. So now that I've been putting in work on myself, what I look like just taking any old thing. I will take nothing because I deserve better. And I ain't just saying it out my mouth just to say it. I'm saying I deserve better because I put in the work to position myself for better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, okay, I'm a rapper. I'm just not taking any old deal. I can just keep going independent. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, and I have seen rare instances, but because of how the society props up or takes away the consequence of bad behavior that you can't get away with, from what I understand, really nowhere else on earth, there's no catalyst to make them look at themselves and change. They can just keep doing whatever they're doing. No different than alcoholism. Until one day you wake up and you 40 and you ain't got no skills, you ain't got no money, ain't nobody checking for you like that. And typically that's what happens when they proverbially hit the wall. They realize guys ain't checking for them like that. There's younger females with less baggage. You know what I'm saying? You're scorned and broken and whatever. Ain't nobody with no sense trying to deal with that. So then it forces them to do what I see when they get that age and hit the wall. Then they start fucking young niggas. Or they might have a career, but for control purposes or to keep a leg up, like they'll trick off on young niggas or niggas coming out of rehab or niggas coming out of jail. Now then they come out, he trying to put his thing back together, even if he is. So he thinking he's some hellified Negro because he's fresh out and the broad taking care of him, but not understand on a deeper level, you just the next one in line. This is what she does. It's not necessarily because of you. You might have a certain archetype of those she go for, but it's not because you some super spectacular Negro. There's 1,000 Negroes coming out of jail. You see what I'm saying? It's just wild saying it, man. Like, damn, man. Like, where the self-respect? They don't have none, nor do they care about self-respect. The only thing they care about is money and doing what they want to do. Like I was telling y'all, man, the one junk that I worked with, she about 25. So I was like kind of like mentoring her to a degree, because I tell her, I'm like, you at that cusp. Like, you might want, and she, was in a relationship with a female, which I found to be odd. You like girls, but you like girls that act like dudes. But whatever. I come to discover, another client told me that she actually has a sex tape out there. And I'm like, wow. Now I already knew the girl was freaked out, right? But I just, hold out hope. Maybe I can plant a seed or something. But I'm like, and then, like, these are all offenses that'll get you fired. But they don't fire nobody, because if they did, they wouldn't have nobody working the building. As far as female go, it's that bad. But I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, what was your mindset and thought process? Okay, you smashed the client. Okay, whatever, everybody doing it. But you put yourself in a position that would have got you far, and you say you need a job, right? And then the other female actually has you on camera doing whatever with each other, like it's a sex tape. In a way of I'm the recovering addict in early recovery. Here's the healthcare professional, and it's almost like I'm demeaning you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you fucking with me. Like, so your life can't be what it is, or you might dress it up well, or take pictures at the bar or at the club, but you fucking with me, and I got you on tape, like, 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 you know what I'm saying? Like I'm running you. You know what I'm saying? And that would be it. Yo, they be in that joint fighting over dudes and cutting each other's throat for them and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I'm looking at these hoes like, man, I'm gone, bro. I can't be part of no shit like that. Then they try to make it seem like I wanted them. No, y'all be done fuck my life up. And I don't like hoes. And I call you hoes to your face. I don't care nothing about you not giving me no box you done gave to everybody else. What'd I get out the deal? And it's just like Babylon, and it just brings me to this end point. Babylon has to be destroyed, because if Babylon doesn't fall, black people are going to fall. We have no family structure. We can't work together. I guess it has to fall in order for us to like be forced to do it. Like, our women take pride in being whores, and like no race of people can thrive when their women take pride in being whores. Even if she would, at least back in the day, you would try to hide it or whatever. They're just bucky open loose with it now. And it's so unattractive, to say the least. Like, I don't even find black women physically attractive because I'm not spiritually attracted to them. Because I have a general understanding of where her mind at. And it's not like, for the most part, you can come in and show her different things, because she going to think she know everything. She know how to fuck her life up, and she going to fuck yours up. Or the moment you do something, whatever that is, then she'll use the legal system or social tactics to tear your name up, man. I've been through enough of that. And then it take you so long to get out of it. You vet them people 17 times over before you even think about going out somewhere. Like the one I talked to, this one, she used to work there, she was a nurse chick. I was just talking to her at the break. We spent like 4 hours just talking and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just feeling her out. We rapping. She tell me about the dirt other girls were doing, woo da woo da woo. So at the end, I get my feels in, you know what I'm saying? Check her out, you know what I mean? Whatever. So she was ready to get in the back. I was like, nah, yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So then we had stopped talking for a minute, because she was like, something about, I think all you want is sex. Or I was like, if that was the case, I could have just smashed you at the river. You opened the door for that. I ain't saying let's get in the back seat and fuck. You said that. Then she ain't talked for a minute. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Then she hit me out the blue maybe a month ago. So I'm like, well, where you been at? Oh, she was like, well, I was going through a lot. I'm like, what's that? She was like, oh, I lost my car and, my phone and da-da-da. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, what that got to do with, you know what I'm saying? Why you ain't tell me? Not that I was going to do something. I'm just saying. So what I'm assuming is, because she a younger black female, she be getting tossed up. So something they probably got over on her, or whatever the case may be. She lost her mind, lost everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just funny. I mean, it's funny in a sad way. What else you got? You got lashed out from crying. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, like, I be wanting to, like, come on, shawty, like, stop being a hoe, yo, like, go this route. Not for me, like, look, I know a couple niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, like, I be wanting to coach them, like, on the right side of pimping, without, like, selling, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want proper instruction. Like, I told one of the women I cussed out, because she tried to get out, had put her in her place. I said, y'all won't listen to a man unless the man lying to y'all. No, on that, man, I'm going to leave y'all, man. I'm going to holler.